Good morning. Sorry, I'm edge painting. Let's see. Sorry. Happy Saturday. I'm going to be so busy today. My son has a football game. I'm trying to go to Tandy Leather when it opens in an hour, and it's like a 30-minute drive, 45-minute drive to get there. And my daughter has a going away slash birthday party for a friend at Sky Zone, and I'm trying to sew still. Good morning. I am yesterday I cut out all of the hitchhiker and I quilted the pieces that I wanted to be quilted. I'm doing a Star Wars one. Look at how pretty this quilting came out. So the hitchhiker, it folds down around here, and then this is where I'm going to put the handles and stuff. But isn't the quilting beautiful? I was really proud of it. I was like, oh, it's so pushy, so squishy. So I'm going to finish that. I'm making the straps right now. I'm trying to balance out the edge paint so it's not all bubbly and not get edge paint on myself. I'm really bad at doing that. It's like nail polish for me somehow, some way. I always like flood the cuticle or have nail polish on the edge of my skin. It's Shinova. That's what happens. So I'm excited about it though. I love making the hitchhiker. I love when I get to make different like themes with it. I am doing like a Harrison Ford um spin on it because I always see so many things for all the other heroes, and all when they usually have heroes for Han Solo's, they're like kind of like a fanny pack that goes across your leg, some kind of a holster, but they don't have anything else. So I was watching Return of the Jedi and I start like really paying attention to his character, and I was like, I want to make a really rugged suitcase using like greens and browns and like antique silver hardware. So that's what I'm doing. And so I finished quilting yesterday, which takes so much longer than it has to be because I have to make sure that everything is exactly like 3/4 of an inch or 1 inch to give it the effect that I want it to. And I'm trying to make sure my edge paint's not like the roller's not rolling. Um, and so I have that to do. I'm almost done with the straps. I need to cut out, only thing I need to cut out is the straps that are on it. And then I have an idea in my head how I want the handle. So I need to play around with some interfacing, some different foams and batting so I can get the handle that I want because I want it to be like a continuous loop so that you don't need to put end caps. I feel like it's more masculine when it's a continuous loop. Um, I don't know. That's my personal preference. I think so like antique silver, silver, antique brass can be really masculine, but the shapes can't be oval like or circle because the more circle it is, the more it appears more feminine. Even though this bag, like 90% sure is going to go to a woman or someone that identifies as a woman, I still wanted to have like masculine undertones. So I'm going to go to Tandy Leather to get some buckles that are a little bit more clunky that kind of look like belt buckles. And I'm going to get like rectangle ring, like the rectangle or square hardware for the connectors. So that way it has more of a like a more masculine feel to it. My voice is so raspy. This postnatal drip is no joke. I'm hoping I don't lose my voice. I'm going to be eating like some really healthy stuff the rest of the week because I can't like sound like a frog on Friday. I'm really excited. I'm nervous. We're also when everybody comes back from Kinkin's game, they're gonna all get cleaned up and we're gonna start the bagging and tagging. And tomorrow I'll show you how I tag things. For the video on Friday, I think I have a pouch that I want to share with you and how to make because it's really good for clips. And the designer gave me the go to do it, and it's a fast make. But I'm thinking about making that for the following week and actually having the video showing you how I prepare for the conventions because I know I get a lot of people asking. So I'll give you ideas on how I tagged before and how I elevated it now. It's a process. My tags alone look so different from the ones I first started. When I first started going to conventions and I would make tags, I would print them out on cardstock, hand cut them out, and like color in any like flowers or whatever. And I progressively start changing it almost year to year. And you change it based off of the people around you and you see how they make their tags. Then eventually you just start having your own ideas. Good morning, Leslie. You start having your own ideas. Um, like my ideas this year is I run out of business cards extremely fast. I can have 500 cards and on Awesome Con, they can be gone by the next day, halfway through the day. So Kindle does a QR code that's like in a frame so people can scan that and go straight to my Etsy page, or they'll get a list of different things they can go to, like my Instagram or whatever. Or this time what I'm gonna do is have a QR code for my Etsy page and a QR code for my Instagram. So if someone is not wanting to buy a bag, but they want to see how I'm creating and just like follow that journey, they can do that. As well as people that do so that want to learn how to make bag making, there'll be a QR code for my YouTube channel so that they can, see my tutorials. So I'll have that. But what I did a little bit different is I have on the back of my tags, I usually just put Nova's Knits. That's it. So instead of doing that, I put like a clear sticker that has my QR code that goes to Nova's Knits on the back of the actual tag itself. So if I have no business cards and the person's not like, they're at Awesome Con, it's kind of like underground in a weird way, and everyone's fighting for Wi-Fi because there's like thousands of people there. They can have that, and when they go back to their hotel room or when they go home that night, they can scan it and see my website and remember who I am. Especially if they purchase something for me and they want to, you know, keep following me, because I do get my favorite people at Awesome Con are the people that have been like following me since I've been at Awesome Con. It is the most miraculous thing. If you ever want to have like pop your collar, I feel good moments, are those people that are repeat customers that you're the first booth they go to. They were looking for your booth when they got the mat placement and they want to buy something directly from you because they love to see what you create each year differently. So this year I went with a lot more luggage theme, and it all just inspired. That's why I'm doing this Harrison Ford one and like a luggage thing, because I like the way it looks. I think it's a little bit like nerdy classy. So like I said, I'm working on this hitchhiker. I'm hoping that tomorrow I can show you it done, but I am still like I am feeling my quilting. I did such a good job on my quilts. Like I am feeling it. So and then I have like the after I was done quilting it, I used Decoville Light. And the cool thing about the way the placement of this fab interfacing is that there is about a half an inch gap between the top. There's no between this area. I put no interfacing, and then the interfacing goes again. So that way this area kind of lays down nice and crisp, and it's not going to be like bulky or round. The key to this bag is to make it look as more. My dog sounds like a grown man when he walks across the thing. Is to make it not bulky. With that being said, today Alchemat's rounds open. Alchemat has some Harry Potter hardware. They have Spider-Verse, which to me, their Spider-Verse is by far the best I've ever seen out there. And I'll show you that bag manana. But today I wanted to show you something that I worked really hard on. I cannot wait to put it on Facebook, but I'm going to wait until the Olivia's up and her site is open, because I feel like this is going to bring a lot of people to her website, because this hardware is absolutely magnificent. When she showed it to us in the group and asked who wanted to test it, I was like, take my money. I want to test this. I knew exactly what I was going to make. And everyone was like, oh, a hitchhiker. And I was like, no, it's coming close. the Brooklyn. I never made a video for the Brooklyn from Swoon, but I make the Brooklyn a lot for conventions. It's one of my favorite bags to make because it has simplistic properties that come out with an elegant finish. So here we go. This is my Brooklyn. There are some severe modifications though. This hardware, this Harry Potter hardware, will be coming out today. It's a pre-order, so her pre-orders are about 14 to 18 weeks, but it's worth it. So the modifications I did for this is the handle placement, of course. I created a different type of handle. The people on Patreon has the handle, because this handle's, it's like if a rolled handle met a flat handle and it was cushioned. It's a weird, I thought of it when I was making this bag, and then I wanted to share it with my the Patreon peeps. So it's just the regular hardware. I did instead of having the tabs, I did a hidden pocket. Sorry, this postnatal drip. I did a hidden strap connector. And it is super cute. When you open it up, you have a nice, you have your strap, which I always do, like try to do a really nice strap. And then a nice slip pocket on the other side. So you have a little bit of everything in this bag. And the bottom of the bag, I also brought the interior of. Good morning. And so as soon as I seen this hardware, I knew it was supposed to be a Brooklyn. I had some fun creating different straps. You know me, if I'm not modifying a bag, it doesn't feel like me. So I really, really love how this bag came out. It looks like it's leather. It's all faux leather. I love the handles, how I did them. Very unique. I'd never seen anyone have handles like this. I was actually trying to figure out something as a build up for Patreon, and I was like, I love rolled handles. I absolutely love them, but they could be very uncomfortable to hold for a long period of time because normally you're holding them right here. So I was like, what can I make that looks like a rolled handle but has cushion and it won't roll off your arm? So I created this handle, and my Patreon peeps did get this handle last month. But I'm sorry. The smoke is like literally messing with my sinuses. So my cool, sexy, raspy voice, I'm hoping it goes away soon. So yeah, this is it. I really like how this turned out. It's super cute. And then my friend, like 4 years ago, she created the inside fabric for me. So I feel like whoever gets this bag at AwesomeCon, they're truly getting something that's one of a kind. This bag took me about 9 hours to make. Yeah, if you can give me something to drink, I would really appreciate it. I'm like dying here. So yes, this is actually the Brooklyn with some modifications. There's this person, and they're hilarious. Whenever I post a bag and I put in parentheses slight modifications, and the reason why I do this is because I don't want you to purchase the bag thinking it's going to look like that. I've had that happen, and I felt so bad. So every time I make a bag now that has any kind of modifications, you'll see in parentheses slight modification. So ever since I started that, I have a couple of people that like to heckle me for fun. They're not being crass at all. Like, what modifications did you do, and can I achieve this? So the modifications I did is the strapping, the hidden strap connectors, the trim, the handles. So that's about it. Yeah, so this is the Brooklyn in the small. Everyone always does the large one. I definitely have plans to make a large, like duffel size Brooklyn. But if you go into Swoon, you can see that I actually make quite a few of them. I like to turn them into superheroes. They're really fun. I just sold a Miles Morales one. I've been making Brooklyn. Brooklyn was like one of my first bags I made for Swoon. With the Swoon pattern. I always been intrigued with it because it's such an elegant bag, and there's no other bag that really looks like that the shape out there. There are similar shapes, but not with like these connectors and whatnot. So yes, this hardware, this Harry Potter hardware is going to be on sale for pre-order today. I don't know what time. Thank you. Um, Olivia's in Pacific Standard Time, so she's most likely asleep. So I will look around noon Eastern Time or 2 to see if she is. As soon as her site is open, I'll post a picture of this in our YouTube group and put a link. She is really good. If you're part of her Facebook page, she's really upfront about time frames, if there's any delays, if it's coming early, all that stuff. She packages herself, and she's really, really elegant when she does it. The designer Swoon Patterns. The hardware is Alchemats, and I put the listing of the Shopify in our description box. Yeah, this is Swoon. I don't know if I have another Swoon bag. I just sold the Miles one. I sold the Iron Man one. And the look, I don't have any more, so I'm going to try to see if I can crank out another one of these this week. I love this pattern. It comes together so fast. Now, why it took me so long? Okay, you're like, Shanova, 8 hours is not a long time. For me, it is. Okay, for me, it truly is. It was figuring this out. I wanted to make this look like real leather. And I think I achieved that. I think I did. I wanted to make it look like real leather, and I also didn't want to have any other Harry Potter hardware except the magnet, so that if you wear it, nobody would know. They'll just be like, that's a sexy ass bag, and you know this bag is sexy. Okay, you know it is. Song, why it's being held. Oh my god, wouldn't that be cool if you were able to put a button and like you can have a strut walk when you're wearing your bag? I digress. Thank you. So yeah, I wanted to see how it would look like to make it look like it was leather, and I think I achieved it. I used a lot of different fabrics actually. This is Mora from Inline Bags. This tan one actually was from fabric.com. I am one of these people that are really mad that fabric.com does not exist, because I use fabric.com for everything. For my solids, they had some interfacing that I liked, and they're no longer around. So I bought this like from there. It was in their upholstery department, and it feels amazing. Not as smooth as the Mora, but because there is a literal texture to this. I can't explain. There's like, it's smooth but sandy. It's a weird texture. But I used the last of my fabric on this. That I used to buy that in like 10-yard increments because everybody likes this brown. And then I decided to do some trim, and I had nice brown zipper tape. And again, thank goodness to my friend who knows I'm nerdy with we're gonna have the kind of like Louis Vuitton pockets and zipper pockets. So I'm really excited to share this bag with like Facebook and Instagram. I'm just waiting on Olivia to get up because I don't want people to be like, the site's not open. The site's not open, because that happens. But this is like one of my favorite bags I made. I made it at the end of April, beginning of May. And I was like really amped because I thought the pre-order was going to start then. No. So I've been just sitting on this like, I want to share my bag. So yes, this is one. I love making the Brooklyn. If you haven't made the Brooklyn from Swoon, it is really good. I have yet to make a video for it because I have never followed the actual pattern. Like, so as soon as I see other people's bag, what I do is in my head, the best way I could tell you how my brain works is it like starts taking everything apart. Like seeing a car and then taking off the axle, the wheels, the brakes, and just seeing the parts go away, and then you start adding it. That's how I am with bags. I will see your bag, and then I'll see what I want and what I need to take away from yours and what I need to add. So I got the pattern, and this is before I help admin for Swoon. I got the pattern and I start making it. There's quite a few. My first one is the Snow White one where she's eating the apple. I love that one. And that was so gorgeous. And then I just continue. I make them. I make a few each year. Sometimes I post them, and sometimes I just post them on my Instagram, or you'll see them in like stories when someone purchases it and they want to take a picture with me. Yeah, Emmeline bags. Yeah, I'm I'm a weird person. I am not the biggest Mora fan. I love Rex, and I know that sounds weird because you always hear Mora, 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 but Rex has like a pebble texture that I'm like, this looks like if you want that faux leather look, I think Rex looks more like it. Because if you're getting your leather smooth like this, chances are you got suede. So I mean, I don't know. So I like the more for accent pieces because it does pop off. But I actually think the brown, there's a light brown at Fabric Wholesale Direct, which is like $6, and they have a marbled. The marble brown to me looks really similar to what I would think a leather will look. And there's another company that has a really, really nice brown. I think it's faux leather. I think it's Springfield Design, but their leather is like PETA approved. You get one whole yard, but you're paying like $33 a yard for the leather. But if you're paying like 12 or $18 and you're getting two, it weirdly balances out. I don't know. It's just I usually go there. They're on there's I think it's Springfield Design. So yeah, finish this. I haven't got pictures with I only have out in box pictures, nothing outside, but yes, I love this little bag. This is like I feel like the Brooklyn is like one of those okay, I could wear every single day bags and it looks really high end. I'm like it has a Dooney and Burke feel to me for always that and Lola. Lola has a Dooney and Burke feel to me as well. So I'm going to be posting that today, and I'll post to you when her site's open. She has a lot of different hardware right now. If you're having someone that is into Miles Morales and you want to make a Spider Verse bag, she has some amazing prints and hardware for that. Um, there's a lot. Oh yeah, House of Dragon. Yeah, I don't. Olivia's mind, man. How she thinks of stuff is amazing. And then so I'm gonna finish up this day. When I get done here, I'm gonna drink some coffee and then run down to Tandy Leather is like a 30-45 minute drive, so I'm gonna cruise down and then get the hardware. But I'm loving my quilting. This is so satisfying to me because I normally don't like quilting. So the hitchhiker is gonna look really grown and sexy, and I'm hoping I can show you that tomorrow. No, I haven't. I'm actually it's a beautiful pattern, but when I seen it, I feel like I can kind of make like not make it because I don't have the pattern per se, but I can like make something similar with the blue Cala convertible tote. The blue Cala convertible tote like uses snap magnets on the side, but if I don't put magnets and put two rivets in it and then put two rivets in the front, I can get that same look to me. Plus, because it has the faux piping in the front and the back. Plus, I'll have two zippers in the front as well, and the little case on the bottom. So when I seen that, I knew what pattern I have that I can adjust that to, and that will be a very easy adjustment just to put grommets where the magnets are, and then put two in the front, and then you can just pull it in. It'll get that nice cinch closure. I think that is an absolutely beautiful bag. I seen Rayvon's from Lulu Loves. Her bag is gorgeous. I seen Kasaya's bag, absolutely beautiful. All the bags and Sue Rush. That I promise you, I want to just hang out with her. She makes gorgeous bags. Like all her bags, I've never seen her have an ugly bag, like not once. So I desperately want to see what her first bag looks like because she's so elegant. And Rayvon's bag was very, very classy. She kind of had like I think double piping going on, or like the piping was two-tone, and it was very elegant. But no, I have not got the pattern, and I don't know if I have any plans on making it, but I do know if you already have the blue Calla one and you're on the fence, really look at the convertible tote and just take where the magnets are, put grommets, and then put two grommets in the top panel, and you'll be golden. Like it looks very similar design as but you'll get the train case on the bottom and the 2 pockets additional in the front. And you know how I feel about pockets. You can never have enough. I think it's a great graduation gift. That is a lot of time and love and effort, and it'll be a bag that she can use for a long time, as well as if she's attending college, it'll be so much easier just to throw some stuff in there and go. Happy birthday, Rebecca! What are you doing? Are you sewing? Are you going to eat cake? Is your family having some plans for you? Or are you like, nah, I want a me day and I want to read or play Sims? I just want to play Sims for one day. Just one day. So, yeah. I am basically, I don't even know what time it is. Oh, I'm basically going to be hopping off in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Her master. Oh, yes, that is awesome. Dude, I love Sims. Okay, I love Sims. I like have all the worlds. Like my favorite thing is to play the Jedi one. I don't know if you haven't played it. If you're a Star Wars nerd like me, you should play it. It is hilarious and great. You get to either train with Kylo Ren or Rey. I'm just saying. Oh, I wish that this was how. That is such a lovely gift. I love jewelry. I love jewelry. Yes, a Gemini. Yes, yes. Cancer season's about to start, and then you know when July 23rd comes, I'll be screaming, it's Leo season like it's nobody's business. Oh, Breakfast in the Bed is a great one. That's a keeper right there because, like, I don't have to get up and, okay, thank you. This is the best thing ever. Good morning. Yeah, Breakfast in Bed's a good birthday present. Hope it's going to be turning 13, so her birthday's July 26th. My birthday's July 24th. Depending on how well I do at AwesomeCon, I'm positive I'm manifesting big numbers. I'm actually thinking about taking her to Florida because she wants to go to the animal kingdom. She's been wanting to go for the past year. My daughter's really into animals. So we might, because I wanted to take her to New York to get her hair trimmed by a diva cut specialist. And she's like, Mom, I'd really rather go to Florida and go to the animal kingdom. And I'm like, wait, that's not a bad thing. Our birthday's in the end of July. So it's always hotter at the end of But for my daughter, I will go and sacrifice and become a lobster. Ooh, a new car. Holy, yeah. Yes. That's a great gift. Yes. Okay. I'm going to show this feed to Kendall because my birthday is coming up. So he'll be like, I feel like I'm a very easy person to get. Like, pretty much anything Star Wars or nerdy or anything on Etsy. I'm very simplistic. So, yeah. So, again, if you're into Harry Potter hardware, it's going to be coming out today. I will put a post in Facebook as well as in YouTube when her hardware department opens. This is the Brooklyn bag by Swoon, modified. And I'm saying, I feel like I'm very easy. If you just like, here, Shiva, I got you an Etsy gift card, I probably lose my mind because you don't even know. I have like 2,000 things that I've liked on Etsy. That's like my favorite bedtime ritual, scrolling through Etsy to see what I can get. Nova's Knits. It sounds really weird, I know. The story behind Nova's Knits is that I can knit, and my abuelita, when I would have projects screwing around, because I would knit things for my Barbie dolls or my Cricut. They should never gave me that. That's what made me afraid of animatronics, but whatever. So, I would knit things for Teddy Ruxpin. Yeah. Do you guys remember that? And one day I was knitting. One day I was knitting. She was coming out of the kitchen, and she was like, "Nova, get your knits off the ground." And when I was coming up with shop names, that memory kept coming back to me, and that's why my shop is called Nova's Knits. Because everyone's like, "Oh, do you knit or do you sew with knit fabric?" I'm like, I do knit, but I don't sell anything that I knit. But you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I'll like knit like these outlander scarves for myself. Like my scarves are seriously extra, but they're really cool. So let's see. I'll show you. Okay, so I put the shop information for Olivia in the description, and this is my Nova's Knits Etsy page. Yeah, I love this Brooklyn. Like, I seriously want to keep this one for myself, but it's con season. It's con season. This season pays for all my kids' extracurricular activities like track, sports, all that stuff throughout the year. And this year's would be a little bit different AwesomeCon because I have both my girls. So I'm hoping that since I have two of them, one of them can help film when I want to help. I want to have something that can help at the end, like how I do my setup, whatever. Tomorrow I'm going to show you how I do my tags. I think my tags cost less than $20 for like 3,000. So yeah, I love it. I know. So there's this crochet and knitting patterns that you can get on AwesomeCon on Etsy that you can do like the cows that she wore on Outlander. That was like the first. I was like, I haven't knit for 5 years, and I was like, don't worry, I got this. Yeah, I read the books. Don't I read the books. I have never watched the series. I know. And I get it all the time. I get it. People are like, "What?" It's not that I don't think this TV series will be good. I'm actually the person that can separate book from TV. It's more time management because between doing this and doing just like the regular stuff you do in your house as a mom and as a wife, by the time I get to my room, I'm listening to audibles, scrolling through Etsy, and then I'm asleep. Or I'm reading a book and the book falls on my face and then I'm asleep. I haven't watched it yet. I'm hoping that I could take like a little hacienda for like a week where I'm not sewing, I'm not doing anything, and I'm gonna like binge Outlander because the guy is super hot, and I watched him in Spy, and I totally was like swing, and I'm also weirdly attracted to the other guy that's older in there. I don't know why, because I know why they had a show and there were nothing in kilts and they were going around different place in Scotland, and I was like both of them were extremely hot. Like I have a thing with guys in kilts. It's weirdly attractive. I don't know. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, and I always do I always separate because like again, if you read Games of Thrones and watch the series, you'll be like they're missing so many characters or they're missing so many things. Like in my head when I watched Games of Thrones and when Khaleesi, I mean, yeah, it shouldn't be spoiler. It's been like 4 years, okay? When Khaleesi met her demise and she kind of went guano crazy, it made sense. If you talk to anyone that reads the books, they'll be like, yeah, she's been uh not all there since like the first chapter with her. So it made sense. It made sense that Arya was the one that took out the Ice King because she's been an assassin since her father's been dead. Like her greatest skill is everyone underestimates her, and so she uses that to her advantage. So like it made sense to me. I was pleased with the ending, but I also read the book series, so in my head I think they kind of stayed tried and true, even though we don't have the last two books in the series from George R. R. Martin. But based off of what we have read and the characters, like a lot of their characters just made sense. It made sense that Jon Snow would have to break his heart in order to save the masses because that's what he is from the very beginning of the book. All he ever wanted to do was save people. It made sense. Like, I don't know. A new sewing machine. Yeah, no, I don't. Okay, so I would like I want either a sublimation printer or a printer that is like really good that I could print out HTV, because we have a laser printer, not an inkjet printer, and I want either of those two things. I want to do sublimation because it looks, I'm seeing more and more people doing it on cork, and we all know that I love sewing with cork, so I feel like this might be like kismet for me. So I want either that, and then there's one other thing that I want for the workroom, and I cannot think. I try to think of random tools to help me elevate my working area to the next level, but there's no actual machines. If I get another machine, Kendall's eyeballs are going to pop out of his head, because we feng shui this so that I can barely get around the whole thing. So I don't think there's any machines, just like tools. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Well, that's what I was trying to say, because my brother and my husband were super mad at Games of Thrones, right? But my other friends that have read the book series, we weren't. We were like, yay! Like, it made sense to us. But like, if you didn't read it, I get it. If now when I look back and just if I'd never read the books and just follow the series, I would be mad. But if you read the books, then what, you can go from there. So I like when I don't know, I guess separate the two. Like, I watched Discovery of Witches. They did not follow all the things in the books, but it was still a good series. Like, the book series is phenomenal. I always tell people to read it and have an open mind, because when I read the first book, I was not going to read the second and third. I hated Diana Bishop. I thought she was a baby, and I thought, like, for her to be so successful, all she does is complain and whine. And I hate characters like that, because it makes me just like, it's hard for me to empathize with you. The second time I read it, then I started seeing from her perspective, like, her why she acts so childlike, because her childhood was basically ripped from her, and she didn't know, and she's getting like a flood of memories coming back, and she feels like, deceived and betrayed. So then I kind of was more empathetic. But the book series is completely different. Even the way the characters are described are completely different than um the book series, because I remember when the season 2 came out, I was sitting there just wanting to see what Gallaglass looked like, because in my head he looked like the guy from Games of Thrones with the red hair and the beard. I was kind of disappointed in that. I'm not gonna lie to you. How many? Oh, like industrials or total? Because like total, I couldn't give you a number, because I have a lot of domestic machines. I have a thing with vintage machines that will take them and buy them. Industrials, I have with the Skyver, there's four down here. So I have the 5550, the 1541S, and the 1341S, and then a Skyver. Upstairs, I have my brother's, my Bernina, and my Rocketeer. Yeah, everything is squished really close together. All the sewing machine. I love the cylinder arm. It's like, I told everyone, if you have something that does lining, I would recommend a cylinder arm first, but I would also recommend not to just listen to one person's point of view. I would recommend definitely talking to, if you're looking for a Juki or a Thor or whatever, getting their intake. The reason why I say get a cylinder arm is because you could just place a table, and then you don't have to do this weird learning curve. What I'm noticing a lot in the bag making world is that these people are buying like the 1541S like I did, and then turning around and buying a free arm. And it's a huge learning curve. They sew exactly the same, but your table is elevated a little bit more higher to accommodate having your bag, shoe, whatever you're going to sew around it. It's not saying that you can't do it, because I think you can, because I did it. I had my 1541S before my 13 and I was afraid like everybody else. But then once I got the needle down position, it was chef kiss. Know about the motors you want, what kind of horsepower, because there's usually like three different engines you can get to it. If you want the needle down position, I highly recommend that. Yeah, like 100%. Get that. I recommend that for any industrial machine, because it's kind of a game changer. So when you're pivoting, you don't have to like hold the wheel. Needle up and needle down positioner it becomes like a regular domestic, so it's less intimidating. Therefore, you can be more comfortable with your machine, and then like you kind of merge with your machine. You always hear me telling you to become one with it, because once you know the sounds it's make or the movements, you can just flow and do whatever. Like I could tell you when my bobbin's about to go out in my 1541S, there's a sound, and it wouldn't be, you wouldn't notice it. It's something that I notice, and I'll be like, oh, my bobbin's out. And then you'll see like a 6-inch piece, and you're like, how did you know? There's no sensor. You got to become one with your machines. No, no, I have so much stuff on my Skyverse, so I'm sorry, Christine, not at this time. My Skyver, I got it from Sewing Gold. I don't, it's a Conso. That's all I know. I don't have the, it's a console DCS S4. DCS S4. I haven't done any uh tutorials on this, and I'm going to be real. Christine could tell you, Sandra could tell you, Nicole could tell you, Arnetta could tell you, I am the most accident prone person. And I'm not just saying that for giggles. I literally am. As I'm helping someone learn how to hand base their needle with their thread and not poke out of the exterior but get it right to the lining, I did the quilter's knot and the needle went into my wrist. I so I don't want to show you something and I'm not doing it 100%. I'm still baby at it. Like, I'm learning and I'm improving, and hopefully I'll get to the level where I'm like, yes, I can teach somebody something, but I'm still learning. I can do a learn with me video, but I don't want to have someone mess up because I'm messing up. So I feel like when I'm making bags, like if I'm making this bag, I'm going to feel confident teaching you because I feel confident in this bag, if that makes sense. My skiving, I feel like confident in myself only like 65% of the time. I'm about to head off of here. I'm going to Tandy Leather, and I'm making a hitchhiker. So this is the part of the hitchhiker, the front panel, and I'm just now finishing up the top straps. So the straps will go like this. That's in the back. And then I modify everything because this is going to be concealed in on the top to make it a little bit lighter, and there's not enough bulk. So much bulk. So that's what my plans are, is to finish the hitchhiker today. My quilting skills, woo! It's been a minute, but I keep touching it. So, good morning. Yeah, so I'm really excited. I'm making that, I'm trying to have, and I'm making like a high-end Dooney and Burke look for the Lola hopefully this week, and then I'm done. So these are I know, I love the quilting too. That was the longest part. So, yeah, the quilting looks good. I think I'm going to do Han Solo proud. So I'm really excited to show you guys this bag tomorrow. I just need to go run and get the hardware because I didn't want anything round. I wanted everything to be square, very masculine feeling. And just like this one, I really wanted it to make it look like a Dooney and Burke. By Annie. Oh, you can't see. By Annie, I have a whole roll behind me. That's my ride or die. Like, there's the next one. There's another one called Legacy that I like, but it is extremely expensive. I get it once a year for a bag that I know I want like it to be really puffy in the quilting. Yeah, I use By Annie. Because like the more you sew on the line, the more it decompresses. So the more it decompresses, it puffs out the area around that's not sewed down. So yeah, By Annie. And then I have Decaville Light on the top of here. So that way it can help with the stabilization. But so far so good, because this, where the notches are in this bag, is where it folds down to become its suitcase. So I'm really excited about this. So I'm going to call this my suitcase line from Shinova. But yeah, I want it to make the straps similar to this on this one. So I need to get the hardware. But as you can see, this is these actually use backwards D-rings on this, and I'm like, why haven't I done this before? So all the D-ring goes in backwards through here, and then it's flat up here. It works really cool. It looks like it's an O-ring, or but that's not. So, yep, my favorite bag so far of 2023. And I hear my husband like, we gotta go. I know. You gonna say hi, everybody? Huh? You gonna say hi to everybody?
Hello.
You got some Kindle 11. I was sharing the bag.
I know, it's a nice bag.
And the bag.
I love the quilting.
I know.
The quilting is dope, especially with that gold stitch on there.
Yeah, I don't know why I wanted that color. I was gonna make it. I wanted something to pop off. I think it's the color that also makes it look differently.
And then the Millennium Falcon.
Yes, he's just saying Millennium Falcon for you guys. It was an exclusive. All right, so I'm going to head off because he's going like this because we need to go to Baltimore to get this hardware so I can finish this bag. And I will talk to you tomorrow, and hopefully I will show you the Hitchhiker tomorrow. And as soon as Olivia is up and she is opening her site, I will put a post in my wash machine sounds like R2D2. So, as soon as she goes to, as soon as I come back, as soon as the round goes live, I will put it in our post in YouTube. All right, everyone have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy your birthday and have fun. And
happy birthday.
Kendall says happy birthday. And that's the dogs say happy birthday too. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.